There are performers who make you laugh, and there are performers who make you feel seen. Catherine O'Hara did both, with a brilliance that felt both otherworldly and deeply, profoundly human. She was a comedic architect, a dramatic force, and a constant, comforting presence on our screens for nearly 5 decades. Today, we celebrate the life and mourn the passing of a true original, a woman who gave so much light to the world. The news of her passing at the age of 71 sent a shockwave of grief through Hollywood and beyond. According to a statement released to ABC News, her manager confirmed she died on Friday. The report was followed by an outpouring of love and remembrance for an artist who had become a cherished part of our cultural fabric. TMZ later added that her agency, CAA, confirmed she passed away at her home in the Brentwood area of Los Angeles. The cause was cited as a brief illness, though the specifics remain private, a final quiet moment for a life lived so vibrantly in the public eye. Further reports from ABC News noted that the Los Angeles Fire Department had received a medical aid call from an address connected to O'Hara on that morning, a somber detail in the timeline of her final hours. To understand the genius of Catherine O'Hara, you have to go back to her beginnings in Toronto, Canada. Born into a large, creative Irish Catholic family, she was one of 7 children. That environment, bustling with noise, humor, and performance, was her first stage. After high school, she took a job as a waitress at the Second City, the legendary improvisational comedy club. It was there she was discovered by Gilda Radner, who encouraged her to audition. She got in, becoming Radner's understudy, and her destiny was set. At Second City, she joined a murderer's row of comedic talent, including John Candy, Eugene Levy, and Martin Short. This troupe formed the nucleus of SCTV, a sketch show that didn't just parody television, it created its own bizarre, hilarious television universe. From the perpetually tipsy lounge singer Lola Heatherton to the washed-up child star Dusty Town, O'Hara's characters were masterpieces of observation. They were funny, yes, but also tinged with a recognizable pathos. She wasn't just a performer, she was a writer, and in 1982, she and the SCTV team won a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Writing, cementing her status as a foundational voice in modern comedy. While SCTV made her a star in the comedy world, it was her role as Delia Deetz in Tim Burton's 1988 classic, Beetlejuice, that introduced her to a global audience. Delia was a tour de force of neurotic, self-obsessed artistry. Every line reading, every gesture was a perfectly calibrated comedic choice. She wasn't just a villain or an obstacle, she was a hurricane of pretension and anxiety, a woman so wrapped up in her own world that she couldn't see the ghosts in her house. It was a performance that could have been a caricature, but in O'Hara's hands, Delia became an icon of 80s absurdity, unforgettable and endlessly quotable. If Beetlejuice showcased her talent for the bizarre, Home Alone cemented her place in our hearts. As Kate McAllister, the frantic mother who accidentally leaves her son behind, she embodied a universal parental nightmare. Her journey home is a mix of high comedy and genuine desperation. One moment she's bargaining with an elderly couple for a plane ticket, the next she's riding in the back of a polka van with John Candy, her old SCTV compatriot. O'Hara played Kate's panic with such conviction that you never doubted her love for her son. She became the quintessential movie mom of the 90s, a character whose cry of Kevin would echo through pop culture for decades. Throughout the 90s and 2000s, O'Hara became a key player in the mockumentary films of director Christopher Guest, another SCTV alumnus. These films, largely improvised, were the perfect showcase for her unique skills. In Waiting for Guffman, she was Sheila Albertson, a travel agent with stars in her eyes. In Best in Show, she and Eugene Levy were the hilariously mundane dog owners, Cookie and Jerry Fleck. Her ability to build a character from the ground up, finding the humor and humanity in their quirks and delusions, was unparalleled. She could get a laugh with a single, perfectly timed glance or a subtle shift in her voice. And then, in 2015, came the role that would define a new chapter of her career and introduce her to a whole new generation. Moira Rose on Schitt's Creek. Re-teaming with Eugene Levy, she created a character for the ages. Moira, the fallen soap opera star with an unplaceable accent, a vocabulary of arcane words, and a collection of wigs she called her babies, was a comedic masterpiece. As CNBC would later call it, it was a career-capping triumph. Moira was vain, dramatic, and utterly detached from reality, yet O'Hara infused her with a hidden well of vulnerability and a fierce, if unconventional, love for her family. For this role, as NBC News noted, she finally won the 2020 Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, an award many felt was long overdue. Even after the massive success of Schitt's Creek, she never stopped pushing herself. She took on dramatic roles that showcased her incredible range. ABC News highlighted her recent work, including a powerful guest turn as Gail Linden in the highly anticipated 2025 season of The Last of Us, and her role as Patty Lee in the series The Studio. As TMZ pointed out, The Studio saw her sharing the screen with Seth Rogen, a collaboration that brought two generations of Canadian comedy legends together. This late career surge was met with a wave of critical acclaim. Both her role in The Last of Us and her performance in The Studio earned her Primetime Emmy nominations, a testament to her enduring talent and relevance. The accolades were not just for recent work, but for a lifetime of achievement. Just days before her passing, she was honored at the Toronto International Film Festival, where she accepted the TIFF Tribute Norman Jewison Career Achievement Award, presented to her by her dear friend and lifelong collaborator, Eugene Levy. It was a beautiful, full-circle moment. According to E! News, her final public appearance was at the Apple TV Plus after-party, following the 2025 Emmy Awards. Photos from the event show her smiling, celebrating with her peers, the very picture of vitality. No one could have known that these would be the last public moments, a final snapshot of the joy she so effortlessly radiated. As news of her death spread, tributes began pouring in from every corner of the industry. Her collaborators, friends, and admirers struggled to put into words the magnitude of the loss. CBC shared a heartfelt post from her recent co-star, Seth Rogen, who described her simply but perfectly.
She was hysterical and kind and intuitive and generous.
Tim Burton, who directed her in Beetlejuice, wrote a poignant message on social media.
Catherine, I love you. You were a beautiful, strange, and unusual soul. You gave so much light.
And perhaps most heartbreakingly, CNBC quoted the words of Macaulay Culkin, her on-screen son from Home Alone.
Mama, I had so much more to say. I love you. I'll see you later.
His words spoke for millions who felt they knew her, who felt she was a part of their own families. Her legacy is written across the landscape of modern comedy. From the anarchic brilliance of SCTV to the global phenomenon of Schitt's Creek, from the gothic absurdity of Beetlejuice to the holiday warmth of Home Alone, Catherine O'Hara shaped comedy with a fearless wit and an enormous heart. She was a master of transformation, a generous scene partner, and a mentor to countless performers who followed in her wake. She taught us that the funniest characters are often the most flawed, and that there is profound strength in vulnerability. However you met her, whether as a lounge singer, a neurotic artist, a panicked mom, or a fallen diva, she undoubtedly made your day better. She made us laugh until we cried, and sometimes she simply made us cry. The light she gave to the world will not be forgotten. It will live on in every rewatch, in every quote, in every performer she inspired. Rest in peace, Catherine. And from all of us, thank you.